Hello everyone, I am Nomita from Learning Academy and I welcome you for today's video on the second part on common mistakes in speaking and writing English. This video is again dedicated to my teacher Professor Supriya Habu, because of whom I am able to speak correct English. And here am I passing on her message to you. Let's move to the video now. Welcome for the second part of the video on common mistakes in speaking and writing English. Let's have a look at the remaining oops moments. Here we go. Me and my friends love dancing. This is the sentence. We have a habit of using this phrase on and off, that is me and my friends. But me is used only when it is the object and I is used only when it is the subject. And when we use I, remember I will always come later. Therefore, over here the sentence is my friends and I love dancing. Remember this rule. Please suggest me something. Do we actually require me? No. You can simply say, please suggest something, and that makes complete sense. I wish I was there. No. When you have an imaginary sentence like this, you have to use the verb were. Because the rule goes, the verb were is a subjunctive form often used to describe an impossible or an unreal situation like this. And therefore, you would say, I wish I were there. Do reply back once you reach home. Do reply back. Both these words, reply and back, is an example of redundancy. So say, do reply once you reach home. That's it. She is known for her awesome dressing sense. You would be saying dress sense because dressing is a verb. It means the process of putting on your clothing, dressing up. Whereas dress sense is a noun and that indicates taste in clothes. So here you will rightly say she is known for her awesome dress sense. I'm sorry I did a mistake. When you commit a mistake, you make mistakes. And therefore, you do not do mistake, but you make mistakes. Over your sentence would be, I am sorry I made a mistake. I have ordered for a toast sandwich. Do we actually require the preposition for? Definitely not. You can simply say, I have ordered a toast sandwich. I graduated 15 years back. Back. When to use the word back and when we should use the word ago. Let's have a look. Back is used to talk about a certain period of time in the past. Ago is used to talk about something that happened a certain amount of time before the present moment. So, you are connecting to the present moment. And therefore, let me give you few more examples. Here they are. Back in the 19th century, people used to ride in carriages instead of cars. Another example, back in my childhood, I used to play a lot of video games. So you're speaking about your past, a certain period of time, back in the 19th century, back in my childhood, like that. Whereas, ago, I went to high school just over 20 years ago. The meeting started 5 minutes ago. The last time I went to the movies was 6 months ago. I graduated 15 years ago. Mention not. You must have often heard people saying this. Mention not. But actually, it's a wrong way of saying it is grammatically inaccurate. The correct way is don't mention it. Every student's like the teacher. Problem lies in subject-verb agreement. Every means singular. Therefore, every student likes the teacher. Please explain me how. Explain will always be associated with the preposition to. And therefore, please explain to me how is correct. He can swim more better. When you have degree of comparison used, you will only say better, because better is already a comparative form of the word good. And so, you need not say more better, you simply say he can swim better. He drives his bike so fast. Driving a bike, haven't heard of, right? True. Riding is the correct word, because riding is sitting on a particular vehicle like a two-wheeler or on a horse or an elephant, whereas driving is always associated with four-wheelers. So the sentence is, he rides his bike so fast. I cut my hair yesterday. Unless and until you did it on your own, then the sentence definitely goes wrong, and you would say, I got my hair cut yesterday. Remember this rule. I love listening music. A preposition is missed over here. I love listening to music. This is the correct sentence. XYZ is my favorite hero. Some name to add to. XYZ is my favorite hero. No, you cannot say hero or heroine. You will always say either actor, actress or film star. So the sentence can be XYZ is my favorite actor or XYZ is my favorite film star. This is to inform you all that you all is wrong. You would always say you, because you is both plural as well as singular, and therefore you will say this is to inform you that. Seema is my cousin sister. A typical way that Indians use it. Yes, this is what is called as Indianism English. Common mistakes found amongst we Indians. And therefore, let us see the rule. The English word cousin is not gender specific. It means either brother or sister. So simply say, Seema is my cousin. That makes complete sense. Remember this. One of the planes are late. Each of the cars are fast. Again, subject verb agreement over here. And you will say one of the planes. Though planes is plural, it is one of the planes. So it is singular. Each of the cars, though cars are plural, each means singular. And so you will say one of the planes is late. Each of the cars is fast. Sheila herself only did this project. Don't we say that in Hindi as well as in Marathi? शीला ने खुद ही अपने आप से ही वो काम किया, वो प्रोजेक्ट किया. तिने तिचं स्वतःच केलं ते. That's the exact way we translate in English, but actually you will say either Sheila did this project all by herself or Sheila did the project without any help. I passed out last year from college. Oh, really? Passed out. A very common interview question is, which year did you pass out? That's very wrong. When you are asked a question like this, you simply will answer in the same pattern. I passed out last year. But that's wrong, because this is again an example of Indianism English. We Indians wrongly use this. And actually, passing out The correct meaning is losing consciousness after drinking too much. Oh my god. Just imagine how much of misunderstanding are we creating. And therefore, the correct sentences, the correct usages, instead of saying pass out, you will simply say graduate. And the sentence goes, I graduated last year from college. She is out of station right now. A perfect example of Indianism English. This phrase, out of station, is obsolete, not used in the current times. In pre independence India, the East India Company used to post its officers to particular stations. When they had to be out from their duty stations, the officers often referred to as out of station. And the same way we carried it all these years. But the correct way is to say, she is out of town right now. Yes, that's the actual phrase. Please do the needful. We have often heard people saying so. Even I have used it in my past. But that's wrong. Only when I came to know the rule that it is again an example of Indianism English, the right way of saying is please do what is necessary. Now remember it. I was teaching her the English alphabets. Alphabets. No, there lies the mistake. Alphabet is a singular noun. An alphabet refers to one language, and alphabets refer to more than one language. And therefore, don't get confused with the word letter and alphabet because English language does not have 26 alphabets. It has 26 letters in one alphabet. Now you got the point. And therefore, the sentences I was teaching her the English alphabet. Put the light, close the fan. We normally say this to our people at home. Put the light on, or put on the light, or close the fan, because we translate the same, right? Pankha ban karo, pankha chalu karo. Indianism English. And little translation too. The correct way of saying is switch the light on, switch the fan off. Now you'll remember. Teaching was my chosen career. Oops, something else is written over here. Career. Let us try to understand the difference between these two often confused words, career and career. A carrier is a person or an object that carries someone or something. But career is something to do with person's occupation, one's profession. And therefore, check the spelling. Teaching was my chosen career. Singular, double E. I want to discuss about your work with you. Discuss is a noun and it already means to talk about. But when we say discuss about, the meaning comes out to talk about. And therefore, you would only say, I want to discuss your work with you. The wages is little, the scissors are broken, the police is coming. Subject to verb agreement, all three sentences. Wages is plural, scissors is singular, and police is plural. Therefore, you would say, the wages are little, the scissors is broken, and the police are coming. According to me, it's a great movie. We often say this, according to me, etc., etc. According to me, so on and so forth. But that's wrong way. In fact, you would say, in my opinion, or you would have to say, as per my point of view. And so over here, you can say either, in my opinion, it's a great movie, or you can say, as per my point of view, it's a great movie. Now let's move on to today's take-home message. And it is, avoid Indianism English. avoid all these common errors that we make use of, especially we as Indians make use of while speaking English. Instead, present your matter in Indian English, either in speaking or in writing. And so, this is exactly what my professor taught me, common mistakes in speaking and writing English. I hope that both these videos will help you to speak and present your matter in the correct pattern. That's it from my side. Thank you. Like, share the video, and of course, subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye and namaste.